Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 11.5, and here we are up on the bridge of my capital vessel for a very specific reason. That is that in the previous part we were down exploring the moons of this system. This is the starter system, and I was originally going to carry on exploring these moons, but based on a couple of the comments I've received, I think you've given me a little bit of food for thought. One is the fact I do really need to get shields on my SV so that I can get a bit more aggressive with some of these POIs and get them done a bit quicker. And the other one also is I think I do need a base, but at the same time I don't really want to build a base down on a planet and stay with the small base that I've currently got on my starter planet. What I actually want to do is build an orbital base, so that I can dock in the large CVs and not actually put them down on the planet. So what I want to do in this part is get out and maybe start to take a look at some of these systems. And one of the things I'm going to need to get the shields is the fact that I've got to upgrade the SV. In fact, I'm probably going to need to do a lot of upgrading. And I was checking through, and we do need a lot of neodymium, sathium, and some zirconium to be able to make the necessary components to upgrade the CPU on the SV. So I'm kind of half thinking maybe going to Rookmish, because that's got neodymium and promethium. It says difficulty medium, local missions available. And we've got this dead system over here. It says unknown, can cause extinction of life on all planets. Sensors indicate presence of abandoned infrastructure. Now, this is tempting because it's got abandoned infrastructure on it. That means there's a very real possibility that we could find some of the advanced tech there. We got this one here, Swamp. I don't really want to mess about with patrol vessel just at the moment. This is another starter planet, but it doesn't really have much on it. And of course, you've got these ones with the moons. This one's got magnesium, promethium. I think at the moment my inclination is to go here and check out and see what we've got in the way of neodymium. So I think maybe we're going to go here first, and probably over the next couple of parts I probably will want to go around and check out all these different systems, just to see if I can find the right place for an orbital base. Oh, apologies, I've just had a little bit of a sneezing attack. Right, so we're just going to lock target, get into here, and of course we have to jump into the here, and I don't think I've got any thrust. Oh, so I've got thrusters on. When we got some fuel, and we're just going to get up to speed. And maybe if we press K, and away we go. And of course, there's a very real risk that we will arrive in and be confronted with hostiles. I don't really want to get mixed in with those unless it's absolutely necessary. Okay, wow, what have we got right in front of us? That can't be the planet. Okay. Well, looks like we got no moons here. Which is... yeah, this one's only got a planet. But half hoping that I might find a trading station or something here. Okay, this might be a bit of a bust. Very bright though. But seeing we're here, there's no point just kind of wandering away and not bothering. We might as well go down and check it out. At the same time, I'm a little bit reluctant to use the capital vessel down on there until we know what kind of reception we're going to get. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to get close, say about there, turn the thrusters off, and we've got plenty of power at the moment, so we're okay. I think we just use the SV to go down and do the initial scouting. Of course, we're going to have to use this one, because the other one doesn't really have the weapons. And if any of you don't know what I was talking about with reference to upgrading the ship, this is the one we're actually going to upgrade to CPU level 3, just to show you here. You can see at the moment it's just over the top level, and it needs to get up to here. We're going to need 2 CPU upgrade kits, and because this ship has space for a shield generator, where this ship put a shield generator in, I won't or have to rebuild it again. And not that I really object to rebuilding, but the way I look at it is this is my light reconnaissance ship. Yeah, well, why did I have the oxygen switched off on this? That's a bit odd. So here we go. There are missions available on this planet. Open up with F1. Okay. What missions have we got on here then? Human remains. Medium armor, 10 pentaxid, 200 laser. Okay. Story chapter revelations. We've got pest control. I'm quite interested in these. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll do a bit of exploration first. Right, there's something away to the south of us. Looks like this is just a pretty rocky planet. I wouldn't mind finding some desert golems or something like that. This is a big planet. Yeah, it's going to take a little while to explore this one. What we may have to do is just touch base. The only possible problem with this planet, if from the perspective of an orbital base, is if it's got no water, then that might be a problem, because the one thing we can't generate is actual water. We found Promethium. Let's zoom in a bit actually. This is Promethium's way to... Well, I suppose what we need to do is just have a little bit of a tester. See what the drone situation is. It's very small, but that's not particularly that good. There's a drone in there somewhere. See what the drone resistance is like. There it is there. Oh, he's got, yep. So we're just, you might as well harvest the drones while we're there. Actually, this looks a little bit like a moon, because there's actually pentaxid on the ground. I mean, this has got to be the planet. Yep. Does this actually have oxygen on it? Check. Breathable, no. Use the intelligent way of finding not the kind of just take the helmet off and get told that you're dying from lack of oxygen. Just gonna jump in. Seeing we're here, we might as well grab the Promethium. It's very small, it won't take long to mine out. Do it the quick way. There it is. Oh, what was that? 46 Promethium. Oh, so there's 10% left. Okay. Normally there's only one in here. This is probably only going to be 6 Promethium. Oh, we'll take it. What do we get for that? We got 67 Promethium from that. We're certainly going to take that. Might as well just keep flying east and see what we can see. Get close to the ground. We'll see if there's any creatures or anything on here. I mean, if it's a completely dead planet, it's not really going to be that interesting, to be honest. Get in. Let's see if we can do a bit of drone hunting. Gain that small. Okay, let's just fly around a bit more. We do have these rocky deposits here. I think we're probably going to need to be a bit more structured in what we do. So I think we're just going to fly south now. What we'll probably do is fly a search pattern. Right, so there's something to the west. Just going to have to follow the radar targets as much as possible. That looks very much like there's a patrol vessel. That's a bit sneaky. Right, we're in Xerax territory. No real cover here. So we may have to do a high flyover. See what this is. But that's a comm center. Generally, comm centers are fairly lightly armed. Famous last words. Oops. I'm not sure if these are weapons or not, but we'll take them out just in case. Just F6. That's a bit of a better strike that was. Right, what I'm going to do is just fly away a little bit, level off, then we'll come back in again. Of course, one thing we are going to need is let's lock up the core while we're at it. A little bit worried about the patrol vessel. It was a pretty passive. Where's the entrance? I mean, we got an entrance there. Yeah, we're probably going to have to go in at this level. Landing here is going to be a little bit tricky. Turn the lights off and the thrusters off. And we offer weapons and ammunition. I'm going to put the heavy sniper rifle, pulse rifle, reload. I need to keep. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Haha. That was a little bit too much in my face. Death. Death. That was a little bit unexpected. That. Wow. I just saw. I'm just gonna pop a health kit just in case. Yeah, I was a little bit overconfident there coming in. Hate it when it does that. Okay, let's just take that. sometimes you get... What the... Okay. I'm a little bit overconfident here, aren't I? Take that. What we'll do is we'll do a couple of bandages. Just to bring our health back up again. Right, that's got a lock code on it. Okay, I hear trouble. Reload. Quick look in here. That can go into the silver shade. Keep hearing there's a switch. Where is it? There's a switch here somewhere. There it is. See what that does. Okay, wow, okay. Only got myself killed here. Yep. Slow the pace down. Slow the pace down. Don't get too overconfident. Yeah, I just went barreling in here. I should have been a bit more circumspect. Right, this time we're going to go in and definitely be a bit more circumspect. There's another one there. We got the core in here, so this is where we want to go. Make sure this is reloaded. The patrol vessel isn't bothering us just yet. And reload. It says we cannot damage. Aha, but we can damage. So what we're going to do is some explosives on there. Right, we've got control of the base. Let's get back up here and right, there's still some hostiles around. I'm going to pick up the core and we're just going to core the base so we've got control. And actually, I'm not going to core it just yet because we've got that patrol vessel hanging around, and that could be bad news. Right, these are fuel tanks. Before we do anything, oh, we haven't cored it, so we can't do that. I think what we're going to do is just finish off. Right, we took that, didn't we? Okay. Just do a basic salvage with it. Back to here. So this is a kind of rear entrance. Never knew that. I'm sure there was a lift, an elevator up here. There's... Not sure why I did that. What we did find is, well, we're certainly going to replace our health kits. Got here some neodymium. Yeah, we'll take that. Take a look in here. Okay, we've got some more stuff down the bottom here. As a couple of you have pointed out, I do need to work on my looting capabilities. And the reason is that I get so easily distracted. And so I'm going to be completely honest. I see things and I kind of, well, go off on complete tangents. Right. Let's see if we can get away from here. We're just going to go and have a look, see. The other problem I'm going to have is we're going to have damaged armor. Right, we've got one up here. And a couple of turrets. I don't know if I'll be able to get him with the sniper rifle. Sometimes with this. Okay, haha. Gotcha. Okay, oops, out the way. I'm busy. Right, we've got some more neodymium, some fuel cells. We're not going to run out of fuel at this rate, so we'll just take that. Take that. Take that. Take that for the electronics. Now, another reason why... Wait! Who's firing at me? Yeah, it's just... Oh, you hid behind here, are you? Cheating game. He was hid behind there. As I was saying, what I'm looking for is anything that's will give me electronics, because to make those optical bridges for the CPU upgrade, I'm going to need a really large quantity of electronics. So any electronics I can accumulate by looting is going to be very beneficial. Right, let's just drop this down here now. And where's the core room? Not that I need to put it in the core room, but I think we'll just put it here. Yeah, we've got some more electronics there. More electronics there. Electronics there. Anything else that's electronically orientated? Just metal components. Because what we are going to do is only going to take all the oxygen. 6 oxygen out of that. Not much in the way of fuel, but I'll take it. 10 fuel out of that. Anything else in here? Got door equipment, flares, fuel tanks, generators. Okay. I'll take the armored windows. Armored windows are always pretty useful. Salvage out that. Oh, what we got here? I took that, didn't I? Take that. Take that. Take the switch that's got electronics in it. And don't think consoles Some consoles have got electronics in. We'll take that as well. Other optical fiber. So I'm not particularly interested in the steel plates and things like that, but certainly. Oh, we got here. Okay, we're overloaded. Oops, I should have. Must admit, I thought I was putting everything into the SV. That can go in there. I'm gonna hook through to there. Got here. Not interested in. So what I'm after is anything with electronics in it, as opposed to. Let's take there. Right, no, where? Okay, let's just have a walk through. Always like to check out the shortcuts. And of course we've got the generators in here. Here, 2 large generators. Very tempted to actually put these up into the workshop. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to pick them up, so I think we'll just, yeah, it's got flux cores as well. Got a capacitor. And I think that's, oh no, we've got some fuel tanks here as well. We'll take that. Got the cobalt alloy in it. And I think that's about all I want from here, so we're just going to take the core back. Oops, missed a little bit of electronics up there. So I'm not particularly interested in the what we call it, the ordinary steel blocks, because I've got loads and loads of steel plates, hardened steel plates. We're just going to take that. Anything out here? Oh, okay, just take this. I'm probably pretty overloaded now, so we might not take off. Yeah, well, we got takeoff, but it's a little bit sluggish. Actually, there's an antenna on the roof there. We're certainly going to take him. And we got something away to the west. We just noticed. Break the link. Okay, fine. Let's pull the medication out of here, and the ship stores. And actually, that could go to there. So probably the cargo boxes. Actually, I'm just going to put the cargo boxes and we're going to put those into the workshop. And while I'm on the matter of workshop, and I did talk about having a space base, and these are the ones I'm looking at, but this part of me says that I really should be building one of my own, and that might be a project. Right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go west for the moment. I mean, if it's another POI, obviously we're not going to tackle it because we're pretty close to being overloaded. But if it's something like a mineral resource or something like that, we're to there. Reload. So we're just going to check over here. The ship's pretty sluggish at the moment, so we certainly don't want. We're not in. Wow, this is a really big planet. I mean, the advantage is that as we explore it, we can always come back to it. It's like, wherever that is. That actually looks like the patrol base. Now, if I remember correctly, if this is the old style patrol base, it doesn't have any. Yeah, that's the patrol vessel HQ. Now, the patrol vessel HQ doesn't actually have any defenses on it. It's got some nice loot boxes. But of course, I won't be able to loot them with the ship in its current state. So probably actually that's different from the ones I've seen before. So we may come back and check that out. Right, we've got a crash sentinel front here. And I'm just going to fly north. Some nice stuff here, actually. I'm liking this planet from the perspective of looting. We're certainly not going to be settling here. Okay, we're in Xerax territory. This looks a little bit too busy for flying over. If I can do a high level flyover over it, that would be great. But it's going to be a bit risky. Right, got a fuel depot. Radius missile site. Promethium deposit. That's a nice concentrated find there. We got a fuel depot, a radius missile site, and a minigun drone. Right, I think what I'm going to do now is we're just going to get back up into space, find our capital vessel. It says 17 kilometers, so I would guess that it's actually around the other side of the planet. So we're just going to have to fly back there, and I'll see you once I actually get there. It's actually taking quite a long time to get here. I have to virtually fly all the way around the planet to this. I think we'll put the get thruster control again, and we're just going to level off a bit, make sure we've got an orientation to the ship. Although I can't remember whether I actually leveled off the capital vessel before we actually did it. So I was just going to come in on the Wayfarer. I didn't level the Wayfarer, so this could be a little bit messy. I'm just going to come in. Yeah, this is one of the problems with space. We're just going to have to kind of try and edge it this way. Right, we haven't actually. Right, we've got docking, which is all I really wanted. Jump out here. Of course, first thing we're going to do is F4. We don't want that in the leave that in there for the moment. Wayfarer. Don't need that. Container controller. Got more copper and a lot more cobalt. That there, and a great big pile of silicon. More out, and of course we've got stone, which we don't really need. And I'm just gonna shift click that over, that over, that over, that over, that over. I want to check. So we got 482 electronics at the moment. That's quite an impressive pile of electronics. Got some magnesium powder we picked up. Neodymium, got Pentaxid, got that, got that, got that. We got night vision goggles, which we put for sale. And got a multi-tool, we don't need that. Assault rifle. The rest can go into weapons and ammo. Got a third drill, which could be useful. Railgun, sniper rifle, projectile pistol, 2 pistol. Those can go for sale. Ship supply, ship stores. So I want to keep you. Probably don't need all that. Fuel in the XV. Again, missed that one for sale. Back to weapons. I think you can probably do a top up. You have to make some explosive. I'm not sure what I've got that in there for as well. I could probably go into the overflow. You can see here I've got a great big pile of steel plates and hardened steel plates which we can use. I mean, it's probably not enough, but at the same time we don't need all that iron as well. Be overloading the ship a little bit. We reduce it a bit more actually. And the question is what to do with these force fields. I think we're going to just put them into here, I think. See what we get for this. Yeah, we're pushing this along a little bit. I was actually looking at this. This is the larger of the two space stations. You can see here we're going to need to make this. We would need 4 large optronics bridges. So it's a lot bigger than this one. I come into here. This is the smaller one. And we've got most of the key resources for this. But there's still part of me that says build my own here. But anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to go down and heal up. I'm just going to come in here. And health level. I just want to check the status of my armor. Yeah, my armor took a little bit of a bashing. Of course, my farm should be ready to harvest. They're growing. Pick up the spices. I only want the berries. Pick up the berries. Here, pre-harvest. Pick up the fruit. You can see that you get 8 fruit from these space oranges. That's certainly worth having a couple of those in your farms. I'm just going to pick up these. My veg plant is growing pretty well. Of course, this is plant protein. Pick up those. Pick up the natural sweeteners. And I think that's good. What I'm just going to do is play out raw. Nope. Wayfarer, raw food. And what I want to do is put everything in there. That's food, not raw food. What am I on about? I want to keep the berries because what I want to do is I was just check again. I was checking this when I was flying back in. And what we got, we can make 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I want to do is keep some of these berry juice potions in here for emergencies. And I'm still not sure why I'm carrying. I think we'll just put that in the silver shade. And what we got here, anti-radiation pills. So just put that there. And I think this is where I'm going to leave it for this part. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting. I'm half thinking about maybe we'll spend one more part exploring this planet and then we'll find somewhere else to go, because this hasn't really opened up everything. All this is actually opened up is some kind of space station here, which is close to this area here. And maybe we'll go to Edsnats here, because you've got, quick look, systems less. You've got 3 moons. That's snow. So that could be a good potential home system. Okay. This has got safe iron, copper, silicon, sapphire, medium, very cold planet. And of course, if it's got snow, we can put a water generator up. But anyway, I'm getting distracted again, so this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.